WLCN 96.3 and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Jake's Furnishings, 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Furnish your home for less at Jake's. The Grimaldi Law Office, Logan County's only law firm dedicated exclusively to the practice of criminal law. Phone 651-8089. The Christian Village, 1507 7th Street in Lincoln, a community of compassion. Phone 732-2189. Eaton Corporation, America's choice for top quality, high-performance electrical equipment for over 50 years. Lincoln College, providing students the best educational experience since 1865. Go online to lincolncollege.edu for more details. St. Claris Manor, their team's dedication is what makes them special. Phone 735-1507. Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois. We're here to help. In Lincoln, call 732-2159. Schneider Chiropractic, 523 North Elm in Lincoln. For the best in chiropractic care and maintenance, call Dr. Alyssa Schneider today, 217-732-2140. Joe Ryan, Country Financial. For all your insurance needs, see Joe Ryan in downtown 85. The Hampton Inn in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6729. At the Lincoln Hampton Inn, we love having you here. Lincoln Printers in downtown Lincoln. For all your printing needs, including vinyl graphics and banners. Phone 217-732-3121. Lincoln Printers since 1970. Grau Incorporated on North Tickapoo Street in Lincoln. Logan County Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac dealer since 1953. Phone 735-4444. And by Four Corners Lube for the best full-service oil changes, transmission, and radiator flushes, brake service, and lawn care needs. Stop by Four Corners Lube at 1101 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Good morning, sports fans. Yes, that is Joe Ryan and his lovely voice. We are at Jake's Furnishings today. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, Jake Johnston, Loyd Kirby, Jim Ash with you this morning. A rainy Saturday morning, but we've got news. IHSA came out with a plan middle of the week. Well, a plan, I guess we'll say. And the IESA changed their mind, reversed their outlook on the whole COVID thing. There will be fall sports for the IESA, so that means good things for the junior highs here in town. There will be baseball, there'll be softball, there'll be do they do cross country? No. So good for them, and they'll be able to start Monday with practices.
I'm not sure why the IHSA didn't move their softball season to the fall. They pushed it back into late May and June.
Yeah, they kept it in the spring with baseball.
And a lot of these things with your traveling teams that I have a daughter that's in there. Some of these traveling teams, especially the bigger organizations, are saying, nope, you're not playing.
Sure. Yep. Change high school sports.
You're paying anywhere from $1,200 to $2,500 a year for your daughter to be in these organizations, and now the high school stepping on toes. And I don't know how well that's going to be received.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why they didn't just push it to the fall. They could have. It could have been easy for the school administration or the athletic directors to schedule. They could have just went off the spring schedule and pushed it into August, and just went from that. So,
well, they pushed football back, and that I think that's their
0. There you go. One number before one.
We're having a meeting. 9-0.
Obviously, the agenda's been properly set. And I'm back. Has it been like this for weeks?
No, it's been pretty organized. I don't know what we got going on here.
I don't have a clue.
Joe was getting a guest.
Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah, Scotty doesn't know. whenever Joe gets a guest,
it's kind of odd.
It's
almost awkward.
we never know if he really did.
Yeah.
So it throws everything out of whack. So
some things never change.
Yeah, we do have who's on the phone today at 9:30. So
who's on the phone? We don't know.
Well, we have no phone.
I just fixed the phone. The phone has been repaired.
Okay.
So
That's
there you
awkward.
go.
Well, thank you for contributing today. But who's on the phone at 9:30? Have the opportunity to win $25 cash and a hat if you can guess who's on the phone. And Jake?
No, it's not Jake.
There's some funny things that go on here at this show that people don't even know about.
I'm so confused.
I am as well. Talking back about the sports thing again.
Thank you.
I see what they're doing with the football thing and whatnot, but like you said, I feel like they could have just switched things around a little bit, gotten the softball season, baseball season in. You're having, it's kind of a natural social distancing thing with those two sports. So I feel like that could have been.
And with the junior highs playing baseball, what's the difference? Move baseball up, but they will have golf, cross country, and something else I thought.
Volleyball's, are they going to do volleyball now? I would think not.
I think volleyball is maybe spring.
Yeah, I would say that'd be probably pushed.
Yeah, but
We're dealing with the COVID.
Yeah, and it's not going anywhere soon. Baseball, Cardinals are quarantined right now. Not sure if they're playing today, so that season could be a wash as well. Something may be coming out soon, I hear. Maybe Monday.
Yeah.
But hope not. But
how's your boys' college handling?
Well, right now it's kind of up in the air as well. And
there's my lovely bride.
Oh, she come in to work.
Probably came in to get done.
But it's kind of up in the air right now as well as far as athletics go. On campus, you have the opportunity to either take online classes or, in personal, face-to-face classes. As far as sports go right now, we don't know.
Okay.
Good opportunity or a good, he may redshirt, if that comes down to it. I don't know. Nobody really knows right now. So hopefully we'll have some decisions soon.
Yeah.
But, basketball could be another wash,
Well, it's gotta be kind of a scary thing for the teachers as well, going back to school, even talking about our high school and our grade schools, putting up some proper protections for them. So mainly, let's face it, for the most part, more than likely our teachers are health-wise, they could get it, and more than likely they're going to be fine.
Immediately all the time.
But who they're taking it home to, and you have to be concerned with that. And I guess you don't know what everybody's underlying conditions are too. Everybody's not an open book about stuff. So
but is everybody staying home though?
Everybody's.
I
feel they're not. They're out and about, but you want to take as many precautions as you can.
Absolutely.
Just trying to make them as safe as you can, and then that's, I think, the name of the game right now until we find a vaccine or a cure for this type of thing, and make it a little bit easier to get past. So,
and it's blowing up everywhere though, like Japan I saw today.
It's crazy how it goes from nothing to here's 500,000 people infected.
But do we really know the true numbers?
Yeah, that's kind of a scary thing too.
Do we really know anything?
Yeah, I don't think we do. I think numbers are probably inflated, but maybe they're not. I don't know. Nobody knows who to believe. Nobody knows what to think.
And I don't know, but it sounds like that it almost kind of sounds like, I wish somebody would call in and let us know on this.
Evidently no one can call because the phones aren't working.
It almost sounds like there's like an extra incentives for the hospitals and whatnot to say, hey, you have COVID.
You're a good football coach. Yeah. I'll give you that.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks, Joe. I don't know if anybody, if your word means much, but
it
doesn't, but I've been around some guys. You're a good coach. You're passionate, care about the kids. It's a good opportunity for you.
Well, you're exactly right. Sorry to cut you off there, but I will tell you the one thing that I missed more than anything was just the interaction with kids. As the athletic director, you're around them in the hallways, and you can go to practices for a variety of sports, for a short time, but it's just not the same. So we had the opportunity to do a few camp nights the last couple of weeks, and it's been awesome.
And you're about the same size as School of Lincoln, right?
Yeah, you guys are maybe a little bit bigger than us now. We're right around 800.
Yeah, well, I think we're maybe less than 800.
Yeah, I think it's
okay.
7.
Okay.
You're right in there with us.
Yeah.
I did some looking around. We're going to roll you into telling us a little bit about what's going on, and but I did some looking around. And if they do some of these changes, I'm sure you looked at the different regions. Did you see your teams you'd be playing?
Yeah, so essentially, I don't think we'd probably vary a whole lot from our conference schools. So, as you guys know, the IHSA came out and put out the guidelines and, moving some fall stuff. And so as of right now, and we all know things are going to change too, but you can either play, schools in your conference or in your COVID region. So for us, I don't think it'll change a whole lot.
And how many games are they anticipating?
Well, they came out originally and said 7 plus some sort of a modified postseason. So, my guess is if things stayed the same as they are right now, you'd probably just do a little tournament within your own code there. But 7 regular season is what they've said.
And your conference, tell us your conference though.
Yeah, we're the Big Northern Conference, so we're kind of north central to northwest Illinois. So we have ourselves, and then Rock Falls High School, Byron, Stillman Valley, North Boone, Mendota, 2 Rockford schools. So we have Rockford Christian and Rockford Lutheran, Winnebago. So we're actually an 11-team conference, 10 of them for football. So we're a closed conference, which works out nice for scheduling. Your 9 games are scheduled, and you just rotate through a different rotation every couple of years.
We're looking at this regional thing. They threw Aurora Central Catholic at you, Plano, Sandwich.
Yeah. When we talked about, there's been a lot of debate for years about going to districts or whatever they want to call them, and those are some of the other ones that could potentially be in a district style.
I see Wheaton St. Francis on there too. You'd play a couple of schools or 3 schools that can recruit.
Yeah, that's always fun, as we know.
Yeah, I don't know that would help, but you're this COVID thing now as an athletic director. Well, we've congratulated on the football coaching and talked a little bit about that. Now let's move into the AD scheme. Will your life change any now when we get ready to start school?
Yeah, it will. It actually changed about 2 minutes after the announcement came out, and so I have met with, as lots of people know, there's just a few things that are going on this fall, and because of those restrictions, my tennis schedule and my cross country schedule, we basically ripped up, and we're starting from scratch for the most part. So the next couple of weeks will be, definitely challenging, lots of hours, but people all over the state are in the same boat. And I would just say I know there's a lot of different opinions. The IHSA has been in a no-win situation, and I think for the most part they've done a good job. And the bottom line is they tried to put a plan together that lets all kids have a chance for their seasons, and to me that's the most important thing.
Right, and
sure.
We've had Sam Knox on several times here, Jared, and it's not that the IHSA they're going out of their way to not have sports. I mean, that's their thing. I mean,
they want sports.
They want sports. They need sports, and
absolutely
for them to even modify it, or people say, well, they don't even want to do it. They just want to cancel it. That's absolutely not the case whatsoever.
Well, you're exactly right, Scott. It's their livelihood, and we're fortunate enough. The 3 of us know Sam real well, and I know a few of the other ones from over the years. Worked with Craig Anderson and would coach for him on his staff. All the guys and gals down there are athletics-minded folks. They're former teachers and coaches. They love providing opportunities for kids. I think so. It's frustrating when you read some of the comments, on social media or things that people just don't get that. Right,
and it's their livelihood. Do we agree with some of the things that they do, some of the decisions they make? No, and nobody's ever going to agree with everything, but for people to say that they're not trying and they just want to cancel all sports, well, you couldn't be more wrong. So,
you're exactly right.
And like you said, it's going to change. We could wake up tomorrow or Monday and something else have changed. So nothing's set in stone, and that makes it difficult for, ADs around the state of Illinois, where you're constantly have to shuffle things, move things around, and it's almost a 24-hour gig right there.
It is. There's text messages, phone calls, emails, just about all times of the day and all days of the week. But that's just part of it, and it's a different time right now. So we just do the best we can and try to get through it.
The IASA has already made changes.
Yeah,
They
48 hours after one announcement, they swithed back. So
will you have will your youth football leagues play up there this year?
Well, we've got some discussions coming up here in the next week or so with our youth football league as well as some of our other youth sports. We participate at our middle school. We're a K through 12 school district, so I kind of oversee our middle school athletics too. We participate in some sports at the IESA level, and then some we're just independent and just schedule games. So that's another thing that will keep me busy here in the near future.
Yeah, I know Lincoln Youth Football, they've kind of pushed their season back to the spring, but that was before the IESA came out with their reversal, so I don't know if maybe they'll rethink their position.
I saw Springfield Youth Football said they were going to play.
Okay, well, I don't know. I guess I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
I mean,
it's you hate to get. Unfortunately, a lot of times it gets political real fast, and when we're, it's tough. We just want to make what we feel like is the right decision for kids, and obviously safety's the first and foremost, and you have to balance that with having an opportunity to compete.
Well, let's talk about the reason there is even high school sports. How about that school? Are you ready to go? Are you COVID ready?
I will just say we're like a lot of school districts in the state. We've had plan A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and I think we're on about H right now. Still making adjustments and tweaks, but again, it mirrors the sports and the fact that we want to be back to normal, but there's got to be some precautions taken. So we're getting close, but still not quite finalized.
So tell us a little bit about the family for those of around here that know you. You got one's graduating high school, one's going to be a freshman.
Wow.
Yeah. That means we're getting old. Josie graduated this year. Just turned 18 yesterday, and I think back and. Actually, when you and I talked, Joe, and decided to come on this morning, two things I thought about. Number one is, boy, there's not a whole heck of a lot going on if they want to talk to me. And then,
well, we discussed that and said, well, just go ahead and put him on.
Yeah, we got to fill the air somehow. Yeah,
we know he likes to talk, so we'll just sit here and listen. Yeah.
Number two is I really did over just the last 24, 48 hours thought a lot about Lincoln and you guys and the people there, and saw a couple pictures when we were there. Heck, Josie was just a little girl running around with Michelle with the cheerleaders.
Oh yeah.
Ty was just probably 2 or 3, and then Cullen was just born, and those guys are going into high school. Ty's 15, and Cullen's going to be in 8th grade. Both of them are taller than me now, so that's disheartening. But
wow, so they're over 4'11". They're almost 5 feet. Joe. They're almost 5 feet tall.
Oh boy, I'll slap you.
I don't think that. Hey, they're not as tall as you are wide. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
I just got Joe another donut.
Yeah.
Bring that box over here, would you?
Joe's calling for a break right now, so he can go get a donut.
No, come on now. No, the time flies, but you're being back into the system. I know you have a lot to do with the football program, and then they throw all this in your lap. You're going to be busy.
I am. Obviously I wish we were getting ready to start football on August 10th. I think, a blessing for me taking the job late, even though we're not going to change a whole lot. It's going to take me more time to get up to speed on a few things than it is the kids. But I think, we've got a few few fall sports, and then we'll hopefully I'll have some time to prepare for some football stuff in the spring.
Well, I tell you, we got a mystery guest that's calling in at 9:30. You may want to pay attention, see if you can guess the mystery guest and win $25. And we certainly want to check back in with you, during the school year, see how things are rolling along, check on your football squad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love to come back on with you guys.
All right. Hey, take some notes, have some good things to tell us when we call back, would you?
I sure will. And you, why don't you do a little food review of the Central Illinois area for us?
He's on that.
The last thing we want to talk to you about was with a lot of the buffets being closed. What are you doing?
Just got to order off the menu now. Just got to make sure you get a lot of it.
That's funny stuff. All right, man. Hey, thanks for calling us and keep us updated. We'll check in with you.
Thanks for having me, and tell the Ryans and the Kirbys and Alexanders and everybody else the Shayners said hi.
Sure will,
All right.
Jared.
Congratulations.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, man.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Jared Shayner, former high school football coach here at Lincoln. Now he's up in Dixon taking his
The Dukes.
taking his jet sweep up there. Yeah, so
Still missing this area. You know, you don't hear that from.
man, I can't believe Josie's
coaches
graduated. I mean, when he was here, those kids were just little, and man, time really does fly.
I'll tell you, Ty looks like he's 6'1" the last time I saw him.
Well, he was always
he'll play some quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely, hopefully. All right, well, we need to take a commercial break. When we come back, we will have who's on the phone, Jake.
Oh, perfect.
It's been a while. It's been a while for you.
Yeah.
So
we're hoping you've
studied and brought your A game today, because me and Joe, our backs are getting heavy and sore from carrying you. Yeah. All right, we'll take a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to WLCN 96.3 FM.
Jake's Furnishings in Lincoln has outrageous deals going on now that will allow you to transform every room in your home with top quality furniture like Ashley brand and the full line of Bemco mattresses. Whether it's outfitting your living room, family room, dining room, or breakfast nook, Jake's Furnishings in Lincoln will save you more than the big box store and will leave you money to select the best Bemco mattresses, which are also on sale in all sizes now at Jake's. And you'll also love the full line of gorgeous bedroom outfits, which just arrived and are priced to sell in many styles: contemporary, modern, classic, and traditional, just to name a few. For more details and to ask about free financing, stop by the Jake's Furnishing showroom located at 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Check out their all-new website at jakesfurnishings.com, phone 735-1212, and become a fan on Facebook. Jake's Furnishings. Make it your own.
This is attorney Jim Grimaldi. Have you been arrested for DUI? A DUI is a serious offense with potentially severe consequences, which may include jail time, high fines, lengthy periods of probation, even suspension or revocation of your driver's license. The laws regarding DUI are continually changing every day. You need an attorney with knowledge and experience in handling DUI cases, whether or not this is your first offense. I have vast experience in the area of DUI law. As a former chief DUI prosecutor for Sangamon County, I prosecuted thousands of DUIs and was exposed to every possible defense strategy. Call me and let me put my experience to work for you.
Call Grimaldi Law Office now at 217-651-8089. That's 217-651-8089, or visit GrimaldiLawOffice.com. Newly remodeled and completely updated, the Christian Village is Lincoln's only faith-based retirement community and is the area's leader for independent, assisted, and skilled senior living and healthcare services. The Christian Village at 1507 7th Street offers a wide array of living options for older adults, such as independent living, rehabilitation, skilled nursing, and memory care. For private consultation and tour of the campus, please phone 217-732-2189. The Christian Village in Lincoln, a community of...
Come join the Growl family. It's Growl right now. Come join the Growl family. It's Growl right now.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau of Grau Chevrolet Buick Cadillac. Together with Lincoln Speedway, Grau Chevrolet Buick Cadillac is proud once again to sponsor the Dirt Car Summer National Late Models at Lincoln Speedway. Drawings for pairs of tickets to the special race at Lincoln Speedway. To enter to win, visit our Facebook page daily to find the special of the day. Like and share it, and you'll be entered in for that day's drawing at 3 p.m. We'll notify winners daily via Facebook to let you know if you've won. If you're the lucky winner, you'll be able to stop by at Grau Chevrolet Buick Cadillac on North Kickapoo Street to pick up your tickets. Tickets will be drawn daily from August 1st until August 15th. Good luck, and we'll see you at the races.
Join the Grau family. It's Grau.
Joe Ryan here again. If I had a crystal ball and could tell you exactly when to purchase your life insurance, would you do it? Or would you wait around just to see if I am correct? Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but I will tell you that now is the time. And with a Country Financial ROP Rider, you will receive a tax-free return of your premium at the end of the term. Call me, Joe Ryan, and ask about the ROP Rider, 735-4385.
Check out the full line of Grasshopper and Husqvarna lawn equipment with great summer specials on all mowers and trimmers at Four Corners Lube, including financing, which is available. Get into Four Corners Lube, located at 1101 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln now for the best service possible. Open Monday through Saturday, phone 217-735-2761. Four Corners Lube, home of the full-service in-and-out oil change.
Would you like to get out and enjoy life without pain and without medication or surgery? At Schneider Chiropractic, we have helped countless people achieve this goal. I'm Dr. Alyssa Schneider with Schneider Chiropractic, located at 523 North Elm Street in Lincoln. I invite you to try chiropractic first in order to build a healthier you. At Schneider Chiropractic, you're not a number, and we don't operate an assembly line process. We take the time to get to know you, your specific needs, and formulate a treatment plan that'll lead to a healthier life. Using the latest techniques in chiropractic, sports injury, and pain management, Schneider Chiropractic will get you back on track so you can enjoy life without...
This is Darcy from St. Clair's Rehab and Senior Care in Lincoln. If you need short-term rehab, there's only one choice, our Restore Therapy services. We work closely with our local hospitals, 01097, to learn more about our exclusive Restore Therapy services, located on Castle Manor Drive. St. Clair's Rehab and Senior Care, where the people are the difference.
This is Tom McCarthy for the Philadelphia Phillies, and you're listening to Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM with Joe, Jake, and Shabadoo.
Are we on?
Scotty. But our mystery guest has, and Scott nearly named him once on air when he said something that sounded naughty. Don't touch that dial. Listen closely. You may recognize our guest who worked 2 years with Sam back in the day. Like a good neighbor with legal briefs, our guest has a name that resides between I and K.
Boy.
I know who it is.
I wasn't even really.
Look at him.
I lost all interest after the first part of it.
Because you thought you were being replaced?
Well, I mean, that's not real hard.
Though we tease him and give him lots of grief every week, no one could ever replace Scotty. But our mystery guest has, and Scott nearly named him once on the air by saying something that sounded naughty. Don't touch that dial. Listen closely. You may recognize our guest who worked 2 years with Sam back in the day. Like a good neighbor with legal briefs, our guest has a name that resides between I and K. Jim Ash is 2 for 2.
Well, here we go.
2 weeks, he picked
Like
right
a good
up.
Do you know
neighbor.
anything about mystery guest? Is he going to say hello to us?
Mystery guest, can you say hello to our illustrious panel?
How are you this morning?
That's a great accent.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about film editing? Mystery guest?
I went to school with Joe Ryan. I think I'm a year older than he is, but Joe was a lot smaller then. A lot smaller.
Yeah, maybe same height.
Yeah, like you used to be able to fit in a lot in high school, but not anymore.
Yes, I was probably put in there.
All right.
So 10 yes or no questions from our panel. Listeners, if you would like to ask a yes/no question or try to guess the identity of our mystery caller, 871-4930 is the number to call. $25 cash jackpot on the line, plus a limited edition, first edition Cheap Seats hat suitable for wearing out and about in public.
Very suitable.
Allegedly.
Is the mystery caller eligible for the $25?
We'll let him know at the end.
Yeah, we'll see how much the phone lines light up here. But all right, panelists.
I think I know who it is.
Look at Scotty. The light bulb going on.
Can he use his phone? Is that legal?
I think that's cheating. But if only we could ask maybe some yes/no questions, help our listeners out so someone could win.
Yeah, we need some yes/no questions. Go ahead, ask something.
Yeah, I know who it is. I know who it is.
Lead us off, fella. You always wanted to lead off. Remember, and Swingle said you were too heavy?
Wait a minute, when did he say that? Son of
He didn't say it to your face.
Oh, yes, he did.
Hey, Joe is the one that called Jeff Wallace Santa Claus, so that...
He was.
That's true. We all are at this point, guys.
You know who it is, right, Joe?
No, I don't know who it is.
Well, Scott, if you know, maybe you could kind of...
I want to kind of throw out some clues, but I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, so throw out some clues.
Come on. Throw some clues out.
Mystery guest, have you ever... There's a start for you.
Not really.
Scotty, nothing?
Mystery guest, did you ever play basketball at Lincoln High School?
No.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Mystery guest, do you have a book full of stats?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Scott's on to something. This is the smartest he's ever been.
I know. The smartest he's ever been.
Is it because I'm back?
Keep asking questions and getting yeses. It makes you look good.
Yeah, it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
So any listeners who want to participate, 871-4930 is the number to call. So far, we know that it is not a former Lincoln basketball player, but this person does have, what was it, a book full of stats?
A book full of stats.
A book full of stats.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the simple way of putting it. Mystery guest, have you ever announced a basketball game?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever announced a Lincoln Railer basketball game?
Yes.
Well, now that's one question. That's not two.
Okay.
All right. So
let's be fair.
You've used 3 of your allotment of 10.
Boy.
Do you know who it is yet, Josie?
No. Should I know?
Yeah, you should.
Look at Scotty. Yeah, you should.
The red herring really didn't do much for me.
Really?
No.
I thought it was too obvious. But
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in Neverland over here.
Replaced me.
Yeah. I'm
Someone who took Scotty's place.
Yeah.
We can hit some of the highlights
A
there.
book full of stats. Very knowledgeable. I mean, I don't know what else to throw out there.
Our guest has a name that resides between I and K.
What's between I and K?
F?
Heck.
No, we're talking the alphabet, not your report card.
That was funny. I caught that part.
He's still trying to think what's between I and K.
He's singing the song in his head.
He's looking at Jake.
I was looking at him for help. I can phone a friend.
All right, so we have a book full of stats.
Okay, mystery guest, do you post a lot of things on Twitter? I guess probably more during the basketball season.
Yes.
Yeah,
Look at Scotty.
I don't tweet, so
you don't?
That didn't help me. That clue didn't help. We got a call. Good.
We do have a caller on the line, so caller, if you can turn down your radio if you have it turned up, would you like to ask a yes/no question or try to guess the identity of our mystery guest?
I'm just going to guess, and it's Jay Hardin.
Mystery guest, are you indeed Jay Hardin?
Yes, somebody has to be.
Very good. So Jay Hardin, PA announcer extraordinaire through the Midwest and backup basketball announcer for WLCN, who has taken Scotty's place a time or two.
Absolutely, and very knowledgeable on the game. I mean, just impressed with just the knowledge and the stats and just the background of. I mean, we use a lot of his things off Twitter to take on our broadcast. So he's very informational, and I'm just in awe.
Well, I could never. First of all, I could never replace Scott. I could only fill in for him.
Well, I don't know about that.
And Comnick usually carries me through the broadcast anyway, so that's
Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to get a word in with Comnick. I found over the years. You got plays going on down the other end of the court, and he's still talking. So yeah. But Jay, thanks for taking some time with us this morning. And you're a big sports guy. How have you been handling the whole the COVID thing?
Watching replays of old baseball games, that's about it. I mean, if it wasn't for the MLB Network and Fox Sports Midwest, I don't know what I would do. Having basketball season cut off from all of us when it was for high school and college, and then, virtually nothing going on for months, and now you see some sports trying to come back. I don't know about you guys, but it's awfully weird to watch a baseball game with sound pumped in, and then the Minnesota Twins put a bunch of big heads behind home plate the other night.
Yeah.
Certainly the crowd, and I'm going, what in the world is this? I mean, it's very strange right now, and I think, like a lot of us, sports are an escape, and we're kind of looking for an escape, and I hope we find it, and I hope we get the kids started back up in the fall, and we'll get a basketball season in for all of our sakes.
So did you like the big heads or no?
No, not at all. In fact, it was really weird. I was watching a game, and I couldn't figure out why they had put these like tents or shelters up in the stands. Then it finally dawned on me, they're separating the guys in the dugout. Not all the guys can sit in the dugout. So I see players sitting in the stands, and I thought, wow, that's really strange. And then the big heads back there. No, I didn't like the big heads. I like the crowd noise pumped in even less.
Yeah, but I mean, it takes it to maybe I don't really necessarily like it, but it beats just silence, and if you kind of just take your vision away from the empty seats and just focus on the game itself, it seems to be more like baseball, but it's still not the same without fans in the stands.
I kind of wish they'd put some like targets down the foul lines and maybe out in the home run area, and if they hit the target, like a fan that's calling in or texting in or something can win some money or something like that. I think that'd be kind of a game show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, just kind of makes it a little interesting. I was saying that to a couple buddies of mine the other day, and I thought, how much fun would that be? You'd definitely be tuning in to watch.
Yeah.
Especially if you were one of the people selected. Heck, you could put 10,000 little dots out there for people to hit. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of a fun idea.
You're a fun guy.
With the fad things, I was thinking of the Cubs put the Bartman guy out there right down the friggin'
he's already there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, Jay, kind of looking over your bio here, I mean, you're no stranger to the headset. Graduated from Lincoln College in 1983. You did some men's and women's basketball there, plus some softball and baseball. I worked for WLNX from 1982 and 1983. Graduated from Illinois State University, and then a graduate of SIU School of Law. And I've been with State Farm Insurance since 1990. That's where the good neighbor there, at which Joe cringed at.
I knew who it was immediately.
He's just playing.
I'm telling you guys.
Well, we can't tell. We can't tell when you're playing dumb and when you're
so little.
Really dumb.
It's hard to tell.
You guys are cutting out.
Yeah, and you're the voice of Southern Illinois Raceway from 2006 2011. The voice of High Banks Hustle and Terry Sprague Memorial Auto Races in 2013 to the present, and very involved in auto racing at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, and as well as the Illinois State Fairgrounds and DuQuoin. Is that right? DuQuoin?
DuQuoin, yeah.
That's right, yes.
Okay. Well,
What'd you call it one day? You said it's something else.
No, not that one.
Manito.
Sometimes my pronunciations aren't correct, and they drill me
well,
for it.
A foreigner coming in from a different country like that.
Years, yeah.
Trying to learn English is
It's tough.
It is. It really is. But yeah, sounds like you keep busy on the racing circuit as well.
Yes, quite a bit. I mean, I've worked on and off for the Power Eye Racing Series for the last 12 years, and worked for Bob Sargent and Track Enterprises, guy that promotes Lincoln Speedway and Macon Speedway, Springfield and DuQuoin and the Indiana State Fairgrounds, doing some of their background work for the last 20 years, and then finally taking over the PA duties in about 2014 till now. And I stay as busy as I want to be. I could actually be busier, but I'm as busy as I want to be right now. And it kind of added icing to the cake to get to fill in for you for some basketball games last year, because I really enjoyed basketball, and there's nothing like Lincoln basketball. If nobody's ever seen it, they wouldn't understand. You got to see it at least once to understand what it's all about.
Yeah, and that's, it's easy to call a game when your team is good, and the Railers usually have decent teams year in, year out, and this year no exception, Jay. And to have their season cut short, I mean, you've seen them over the year, how well they played together, and just how overall good this team was. I mean, and to have their season cut short was just disheartening and heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was, and it was for the kids, it was for the coaches, us, us that cover the games, and then the fans as well. But unfortunately, we weren't alone in the boat. I mean, it was that way
right.
For a lot of people, and you just say, okay, well, this is the hand you're dealt, and you move on. And we've got some young men. I mean, Caden Froby's going to move on and play at Missouri S&T, and we've got other kids that are going to move on to college. And hey, we've got a pretty good team coming back this year. Dylan Singles has played well this summer, and Landon Hollinger's going to be improved. He's played well this summer, so we've got a pretty good foundation. And now the question is going to be, who steps up from the bench or the sophomore team and steps in and fills the other roles.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, with the IHSA announcing what they're doing, season's going to be starting mid-November, I do believe, and then end mid-February. So going to be cut a little bit short, but I'm just hoping there's basketball games played.
Yeah, that's what we're all hoping at this point, that the basketball games are played. I mean, unfortunately, Scott, and as you guys know, this could change at the drop of a hat. I mean, right. There would be nothing surprising about the governor or somebody coming in tomorrow and saying, hey, no, we've got to shut it all down again. So let's cross our fingers and hope that doesn't happen.
So you did some work way back when with Brayton Danner at Lincoln College, didn't you? Was he your boss?
Oh yes, and he was one of the nicest people you'd ever imagine, and also a great teacher of what to do and what not to do when you were on the radio. And I owe a lot. I owe a lot to him.
He chewed me out a few times.
Yeah, I got more than one, but they weren't really. I don't know about you, but they weren't really. It wasn't really a chewing out. It was more of a. It was a quiet way of being chewed out, is what it was.
Well, we talked about this just the other day. That's why I can remember it. Is that so when you go back in time to that radio station, you didn't have the internet, you didn't have any way of getting music, and we would get the music at that station like 2 or 3 weeks before it would actually come out in the store. We would get the album. And I got to open those boxes, and it was awesome to pull out albums. And I pulled out AC/DC Back in Black, which just happened, what's it been, 45 years or whatever?
Last weekend, yeah.
And
what are albums?
Yeah, you don't know. And I pulled out Back in Black, and they hadn't played for a while, and Brian Johnson was with the band, and I called all my buddies and said, hey, I'm gonna just play this album in the entirety so that we get your cassette recorders ready so we can tape it. And so all these guys had their cassette recorders ready, and I played the thing through, and then like just did one little commercial PSA announcement or whatever, and flipped it to the other side, played it through, and right as it ended, Braden came in that door, and he was mad because I haven't given all those little codes and all those little things you're supposed to say, and I took a bit of a chewing that day.
But you got the free Back in Black.
Yeah, but everybody got Back in Black like 2 weeks before it was on the radio, or before you could buy it.
That's called piracy.
I think Braden knew that, and I didn't.
That reminds me of a John Mulaney bit. That's like the oldest sentence that I think's ever been said on this show. We played this album, and then all the guys got their cassette players out. It's like when your grandma used to say, "We go play jacks down at the soda fountain."
Yeah, that is true.
You know what? Don't make Jay and I are old, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Don't make fun of us.
Well, hey, Jay, all of these accolades you've been through and whatnot through your life, it looks like probably one of your toughest deals was dealing with Sammy Madonia from 80 to 83.
Yeah, when you work with Sam, it's a little difficult to get a word in edgewise. But, you know, having said that, he really, he was a good mentor. He still is to this day. He taught me a lot about broadcasting, about what to do and what not to do, and you know. For some people, Sam's hot or cold. You either like him or you don't.
Oh, yeah.
But I can say that I'm one of the people that likes him. But trust me, it's very difficult to get a word in edgewise when you're working with him. And actually, I still occasionally hear him on his morning show, and it's tough for his callers to get a word in edgewise too. So.
I tell you, my senior class was the class that retired him. Actually,
yeah, you probably drove him nuts.
We drove him nuts and ran him off. Yeah.
I think he was well known for that. He would give you like 3 questions in a row. You know, he would be like, "Hey, how you doing? Where you been? Where you going?" You know, and you're sitting on the other side and going, "I don't know which one of those to answer," and you get confused, and he's just rolling through it.
And then he starts talking about Vegas.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing you don't have to worry about calling to this show, Jay. Getting a word in. We'll let you talk all day.
We try to let the smart ones talk.
Yeah, we try to stay out of the way.
When you call in and you listen to you guys, and there are people on the show who are trying to figure out what goes between I and K, that let you know.
Yeah,
I wrote him down, and then I got
big winner.
Yeah, so he just won him $25 and a hat. So good job.
Yeah,
that's
more good to ask for.
Yeah. So Jake's back in town. We are at Jake's Furnishings. How's the furniture business going right now during all this pandemic?
It's different. Let me say that. We're not used to delivery schedules being delayed like they are and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Our industry is being, in a good way, assaulted. It's just there's a ton of product being moved right now. A lot of people buying.
Is production a thing?
It's not. Production is somewhat of an issue. What you need to build. Production. You need for almost everything. Sofas, recliners, love seats, mattresses, box springs, all that stuff. It's hard to get the raw materials in right now. So in factories with 2 foot across, I guess is the best way to say it. So I don't know exactly how the math works out, but they're used to being about 2.5 feet apart, and now they're 4+ feet apart. And that cutting into their production has really slowed a lot of things down, and unfortunately understanding with the whole scenario, and it's working out pretty well. So, but sales have been great. We've got some good product on the floor right now. I
see you got a new type of TV in.
No, that thing is all plastic and probably weighs about half a pound.
Oh, it's just a.
It's a fake. Yeah,
oh.
It looks like an old school TV.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Joe had that in his dorm room with his turntable and cassettes.
You couldn't get a.
I would have loved to have had that.
All right, it's old school. It's kind of
old
fun.
School, absolutely.
So last question: you're on vacation, you're feeling good, you're blowing money on stupid things. Mm-hmm. Tell us about your mug.
This one here?
Yeah.
This is actually a gift from my grandfather.
Okay, see, a gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe
we were
was
talking about the rainforest.
He was appalled.
I said how you get caught up in the moment.
He's up in
you
arms.
get caught up in the moment at the rainforest.
No,
and you buy
actually, you know what? I'm not sure who he got this from, because I know he never went to a rainforest cafe.
They were pretty cool.
But my grandfather gifted me before his passing about 4 coffee mugs, and being a farm kid that I am, I enjoy coffee, and I use them with religion.
For all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you weren't keeping one of them back there in the kitchen when Jim was back there
Holy
earlier.
cow.
What was he ransacking back there?
It was like the Incredible Hulk was going through my break room.
Well, you know what? He did have 5 cups of coffee.
This microwave here.
That's not coming out of the show's account, Jim. That's billing the station.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Well, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Boy, that hour.
Say, not
I don't know if we're taking calls.
Okay, IESA, Steve Hensley. Hensley. He's going to be calling in and tell us about the reversal and their change of heart, and we like it. So tune in next week to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM.
Good day.
The Cheap Seats Live Saturday morning sports show on WLCN 96.